Hi everyone, let's do 4 and A, year 2006 MCQ. Question 1. Which apparatus is not used to measure volume of a liquid? Now A, a burette is shown, followed by a filter funnel. C is a pipette or pipette, and D is the measuring cylinder. Now to take note, the burette can actually measure up to an accuracy of 2 decimal place. The filter funnel, usually insert the filter paper. The pipette actually measures up to 25.0 cubic centimeters, exact volume. Whereas for the measuring cylinder, you usually have an accuracy of 1 decimal place to 0.5 cubic centimeters, or 0.0. Therefore, the answer is B. Question 2. You're given a chromatogram obtained by using colored food. Sample is written on the left side. You're trying to find what 2 colors the food contain. So this is a matter of whether they have a corresponding spot. So for the first one, if you realize, I've color-coded it, so it contains a yellow, blue and red, which means most likely you contain colors 1 and 2 added together. So answer for question 2 is A. Question 3. What is the correct charge on each of the particle in an atom? We know that protons, electrons, and neutrons are the subatomic particles. In terms of charges, protons have positive charge, electrons have a negative charge, and neutrons, being neutral, has no charge. Answer for question 3 is C. Question 4. 4 statements comparing compounds and mixture are given. Now, I've written here the definition of compounds for you. Compound is a pure substance made up of 2 or more elements chemically combined in a fixed ratio. Example, your water, carbon dioxide, all this is more than 2 elements chemically combined. Whereas for a mixture is usually an impure substance, 2 or more substances are not chemically combined together, and because they are just physical combination, they have variable composition, and since it's not pure, you will usually have a range of melting and boiling point. So let's look at the statements one by one. Compounds have fixed composition. Is that right? Yes, they do have fixed composition. Compounds, if they are pure, they will have fixed melting and boiling point. Mixtures have fixed composition. That's not true. Mixtures have variable melting points. Yes. So answer for question 4 would be 1 and 4. Answer is B. Question 5. What happens to the atoms of sodium and chlorine when they react? We know that sodium can react with chlorine to form sodium chloride, our common table salt. Let's take a look at where or which group sodium belongs to. So if we zoom into the periodic table, we know that sodium is in group 1, whereas for chlorine, it's in group 7. Here we are. Let's write the electronic configuration of sodium and chlorine respectively. Sodium, given 11 protons and 11 electrons, will have its electrons arranged according to 2.8.1. Whereas for chlorine, having 17 protons and 17 electrons will be arranged in 2.8.7 configuration. Now, what does sodium need to do to achieve a stable electronic configuration? It's easier for it to give away 1, whereas for chlorine, it's easier for it to gain 1 electron to form a stable electronic configuration. So back to the question, what happens to atoms of sodium? Sodium will definitely lose 1 electron to achieve a full outermost shell. And over here, we've also the dot and cross diagram of sodium chloride. Answer for question 5 is C.